How's it going? We'll get going in a minute here. Season 7. One of my first game of the season. Game 2 coming up. Stay tuned. I'm going to go check out free agency. Tripper. Come on, Tripper. Get down. Come on. Come here. Come here. Get down. Come on.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're the offensive line, but I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And now running right through him. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now let's go. Boo, line it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holt, throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram: 7 catches, 65 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
On first down, Holt to Shepard, complete over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the gun, Holt. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. This is Barry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver and you're...
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Here's a give to Penny. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing...
Hey, Anthony, how you doing? Welcome. What's up?
Spacing and run fits.
How you doing?
It's creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Go. 120. What's your son?
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
3 down. Here we go. Waiting. What's on?
From the gun, it's Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They run with Perry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Wentz on third down. Over the middle, complete. That's
oh, wow.
Casey. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And who's got it? The Giants.
Wow. I hit him hard. I pressed the button hard. It worked.
We have seen this.
Right in my guy's hand.
Coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw.
It wasn't open. I was willing to. I'd rather get sacked than throw it because the guy was going to throw it, we covered.
Have to be able to get rid
I'll
of the
take
ball
that.
sooner than that.
It's all
You have
good.
to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they finally get him. The other 46.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On 1st and 10, Holt. In a double
There it
coverage,
is,
and it's
damn it.
intercepted.
Oh.
Picked off around the 37, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Perry. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Leopard!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Holt looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Patrick. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right, because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Looking to throw. Holt. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Holt. Open man right side is Ingram. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Holt. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. The 12 yards that time and picking up the 1st.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown, as his guys are in for 6, and the Giants are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now Perry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here at... Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call? We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throw left side complete. It's Casey. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on now, come on now.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of wrap thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does a defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
What's this on?
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about they want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd. From the gun, Holt.
Oh,
Rifles
shit.
one that's
Crap.
intercepted.
My fault.
Picked
That was a
up
bad
by
throw.
Jalen Mills.
That was a really bad throw.
Take this one back to the
That one was my
36-yard
fault.
line.
I thought he could get
Well, it's
past him.
third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well then.
As his guys are in for 6. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The handoff to Barkley, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, he's just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
I'm going to hit you all day.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Back to throw. Holt on the crossing route, complete. That's Shepard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Holt. And Ingram holds it in. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter,
and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. In for the score. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the fourth.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. From the gun on third down, Wentz throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Gets this one to Morris. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Go. 120.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen
Hey, how you doing,
pass
Pete?
for big
What's up?
yardage. The blocking,
How's it going?
the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right.
What the heck did
But
you
on
do
that
on
play, the
this
defense
fine
was able to
Friday? I
disrupt
know you've been
things
busy,
and
eh?
hold it to a short game.
You've been running around and stuff. How's your son doing?
So second and 8 here.
I'm just chilling,
after the
playing
pass play for 2 yards
football.
on first down.
Here we go. 120.
How's the boy doing?
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Yeah.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Oh, that's
He
good.
went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third
It's a
down.
crappy thing to go through.
He's back to throw.
Glad he's doing better,
He's
Pete.
taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime.
Oh, I know it's going to send us to overtime, but... Oh my god, I blocked it. I blocked the kick. My mind's blown. You never see that happen. Wow.
They are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low draw, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
I thought I was like 99.9% sure they were going to tie it there.
Drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives them a chance to
Well
block
then.
it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side.
That was luck.
Try and get up and get it.
That was completely luck. I'm calling it what it is. I never see them block kicks. Keep on kneeling it here.
And the Giants
They use all their timeouts.
The victory formation.
I think that's the last timeout.
Coming in. This will be their final one with 10
That's the last timeout, so let's kneel it.
So
At the end of
time
the
to
game.
start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
They can't time it out anymore, so game over. There
And
you
they
go.
will take a knee here.
The party's over. Look at that. Wow. When do you ever see them block a kick? Not for me, anyway.
And Charles, I think when the schedule
Holy
comes
crap.
out, all teams, no matter
Barely
where
won,
they're
but I won.
predicted to finish, talk about protecting
I should.
your home
I thought for
turf.
sure it was
We're
going
able
to tie.
do that here in this one.
I play so many overtime games, it's ridiculous. And then I lose in overtime.
That way you hold on to it. They got
How's
it
it going?
done.
Smash the
They
thumbs
feel
up button.
very
Share this
good
out if you
about
can,
that
if you got
victory.
social media or whatever. How y'all doing?
So for the Giants, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago
Playing a few
Bears
games before,
next
I
week.
think,
Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-1.
I think Alex is putting on a show
And they'll try to
later
get back on
at
track
8-ish,
next
I
week
think.
as they head to
Yes.
Dallas to take on
WF,
the
and then,
Cowboys.
also SmackDown
Thanks for
tonight.
tuning
So.
in, everybody.
I'm gonna watch
Alongside Charles
SmackDown.
Davis, we thank
On
our
it,
entire
and
crew.
after football, I go lay in frickin'
This is
bed
the
early at 8
NFL
and just
on
watch
EA
TV and
Sports.
YouTube, I guess. Kinda mentally drained today. Don't know why, but I am. No reason. Oh, there you go, I won. Continue. Okay. Next week. Go check out if there's any new free agents available, since they can draw people and stuff. Free agents. Any team drop anybody? No, doesn't look like it. I kind of need another wide receiver. How the heck would the game only let me have 3 wide receivers? I'm so confused. How did that even happen? The game should have replaced them. Yeah, I got 3 wide receivers. You gotta be kidding me. 2, 1 year. Wow. Okay, well, I gotta go fix that. That's kind of weird. First time it's ever done that. Okay. Well, I need a freaking wide receiver. So. Three years experience, 2 years experience. There you go. At least I got a wide receiver now. 1, 2. Well, I'll make do with that. At least I got 4 now. Somebody's gonna get hurt. You know what? Coach, my team. Go check it out now. Auto reorder. Confirm. There you go. Yeah, that looks a little better. Good God. A little better. And Ingram. Oh, rookie. Oh yeah, I forgot that Hoyt guy's a rookie. Forgot about that. 86 to 78 team. This should be interesting. This should be good. This should go well.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, and the New York Giants. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Throwing on first down. Washington. Oh, he's going to take a shot. He's got a man.
Oh, I got his foot. Lucky I got his foot. He would have been gone.
38.
Lucky I got his
This
foot.
drive's going to end, but how about
But when I got his foot, he would have went all the way.
play that picked up a heck of a
That was lucky.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
I got lucky
And now
there.
some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help.
Here we go now.
Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Operating from the gun. Washington. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
The Buffet boys.
Listen, you got to feel it first. But if you do,
fun.
you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off. Whatever he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 11 carries, 95 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
Throwing there, but
it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
so the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, we got 3, we got 3 down.
From the gun, Holt. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bears take over. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Back to throw. Washington. He finds Tompkins complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His fourth catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to face a third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the... Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Holt. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're hitting.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They put it last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Back to throw. Washington. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Like the footwork back there, I thought you did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Operating from the gun. Washington throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. Washington. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team.
Oh, yeah, they kicked it at the 1. Whatever. That's it. I call BS.
The New York
I call BS.
And fortunately,
whatever.
Points on the board last time. They had to hit a really
That's
long
good
field
stuff.
goal to do so.
This game makes me laugh so much.
It's so skilled.
Good stuff.
Hit from distances that we
Good
almost start to
stuff.
take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field
This game
goal
kills
that
me.
they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Just gonna run down the clock. I'm not gonna
Here we go now.
be a hero
Blue
here.
90. Blue 90.
Let's get to halftime and restart here.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And take it right on the 30. So we are at halftime here on a Monday. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
The defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of. And now they can move forward.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
To throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
11 more on that one and another first down.
So much for halftime adjustments by the defense because you know they had to talk about it. The entire first half, they struggled to contain him. And here he is coming out in the second half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure on the offensive side, they said there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at them, keep handing them the football.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw. Holt looking middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd and 5.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. The quick slant caught, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Giants are in for 6.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
I don't know what that means, dude. Right.
Now the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On first down, Washington. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
To throw again, Washington. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Looking to throw, Washington. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Yeah, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Home. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
Off play action. Holt. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Onto the field now come the Bears. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Back to the air on second down. Washington. And incomplete on the deep ball. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep
Let's
ball,
go.
and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Keep playing
His
hard,
5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Let's get it.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
From the gun, Washington. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive,
Now let's go.
knowing each other's
3-19.
moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball,
Hurry up, here we
you
go.
must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, Washington, and it's caught. Tompkins, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
4 down, 4 down.
Now it's Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Barkley already showing the ability to transform this Giant running game as they come up here on first down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Right back to him on first
Oh,
down.
crap.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this
Wow.
one, but this
That's
time
all I
they
got
get
is
him
wow.
behind the line.
Holy man. That was embarrassing.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Wow.
Throwing the football, he's not
Can't
as
have
sharp as he
problems
was
here.
last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And that's why they've been successful.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two
Well, that
shy
changes
of the
things a
10.
bit.
And players will get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
This is Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Kirsten, how you
Yard
doing?
on the
Welcome.
pickup there, and it'll bring
What's
up
up?
a 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quick.
What's up, Carson?
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold
now,
him
look up.
up.
at 56.
Second, third guy in, break it the football, get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
3 down, 3 down. Set.
How you doing,
Blue
Carson?
90. Blue 90. Right, 58, right there. Blue down, blue down.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout, and now we're set to get going. And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So barring something extraordinary
Hey,
here in the
everyone.
closing stages,
What's up?
that field goal should just about put this one
How you
on
doing?
ice.
Yeah, we've got to find
A
2
little pretty
scores,
football.
so, you know, we're not
Won
gonna
my
exactly
last
move
game.
it over
Looks
there
like he's gonna
yet.
win this game.
It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
There it is.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, Washington. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on,
Here
but
we go now.
defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 46.
Another one. Wow. 2 games in a row I won. I'm gonna play one more, and then I'm gonna call it quits. 3 games, people. Do 3 games, and then we are out of here. We go watch some SmackDown after this. You guys watching SmackDown tonight? I am. Since it's on Friday now, I didn't watch it much when it was on Tuesday, but I might watch it now. Might watch it now. So one more quick game, and then I'm gonna watch SmackDown. Since it's on Friday night now. Nothing else on Friday night. Let's do this. One more game. Anybody else watching SmackDown or what?
You know what they say. Something's got to give. Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see two teams, each riding a 3.
We are just inside the Beltway.
Last game, game 3 here. If you guys missed the first 2 games, go back and watch them. They were good. Oh, raining game, yes. I love rain and snow games. So much fun. So much fun.
Between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Leopard! Leopard!
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. To throw on second down. Holt. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, you know, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. Here's a look at the starters defensively for Washington. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I was so proud of you in our meeting with the defensive coordinator because you asked the question that set him off. And all you said was, so what improvement do you need to see this week, Coach? And boy, he got fired up, didn't he? Takeaways. We need turnovers. Create them. Get so animated, jumped up in our meeting. It was fun to watch.
Somehow I always upset a coordinator in the meeting. Yeah. But they like you.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and third level.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
First carry for Darius Geis. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 85 yards.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
So he runs it for 1 yard, then no gain. I don't know that you go back to that well here on third down.
Yeah, I don't know that you do as well, but if you want to get the ball to him, if you want him to have it, maybe you get him into space and throw it to him.
They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Welcome, everybody. How you doing? Happy Friday. We're going to watch SmackDown right after this.
Hey, 4 down. Here we go now. Green 39.
Operating from the gun. Blanchard. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go.
Blanchard.
Oh, nice. That was good for them. That was nice. Nobody was even near him. Nobody was even near him.
As his guys are in
They
for
deserve
6.
that.
And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Footing always a concern.
So I won 2 games, and now we're playing this game. New York Giants. Somebody injured. Somebody injured.
So that drive consumes 9
Playing in the
plays
rain.
all told. And it was polished.
Smash that thumbs up button. Come say hello. Give you a shout out.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker...
Oh, man, he got sacked.
Do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Well, better than an interception. I'll take a sack over an
These
interception.
strong safeties, some people may not
All
realize
day.
it. It's really
All
like an extra
day.
linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back.
Oh,
The linebacker
man,
on
no.
that play
Oh, man.
emerged.
And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Wow, okay.
And he slips up
that was
past the
interesting.
45 before being tackled. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. Guys for first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Wow. This game is really good. Not.
A huge play.
The AI is good.
49 yards.
That's funny. I can tell from the first play where this is headed.
When they decide to throw the football,
You can just tell.
looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play. It worked almost to perfection.
Looking to throw.
There it is.
Blanchard. And this is taken in for a
Zero surprises.
touchdown. In for the score. And the Redskins.
Because I won 2 games in a row.
Stretch their lead. He's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. We get a look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. And you look at the numbers, not only has he not caught a pass, they haven't targeted him yet, and we're coming up toward halftime.
And remember our meeting with the coach beforehand? What did he tell us about him? I write his number on my play sheet, and I circle it in bold type, because I want to make sure he gets the ball and often.
Well, you said a minute ago, put the circle around his number, get him involved. There's his first catch, although it's hardly the breakout play I guess he's probably waiting for.
Yeah, but they just want to get him going. Just have the ball in his hands anyway. And guess what? Now the threat is out there for the defense. They know he's a dangerous player.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to throw now.
Oh, that was just loaded or something. That was freaking close. I just got lucky there.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of plays defensively. You and I talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. And he comes back with one complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Holt to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
First down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Holt. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a third down. And with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Zerk, what's up? I won 2 games. This is my last game.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
How's it going?
So we've reached halftime here in
Go watch some
D.C. in our
SmackDown
nation's
and
capital with a home team, the
wrestling.
Redskins, on top. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Forecast calling for more.
I can't believe I won my first 3 season games in a row. Crazy. And I'm only at 78 team. 78 overall.
And he won't return this one.
Yeah, I'm all right too.
And they'll start at the 25. The Redskins offense now. They head back on the
some tea
field.
after this
They built a good first half lead.
Go to my bed and watch wrestling.
What I'm
I guess.
thinking is that
That's what I'm
the
doing.
offensive staff spend
Ooh,
the
sounds
entire
amazing,
halftime
doesn't it?
just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Off the play fake, Blanchard sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. On the ground, it's Geis. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they
Welcome,
need
everybody.
to
How you
keep the
doing?
drive going.
Tough first half.
This is my last game. I'm going to go watch
The numbers he's
wrestling
used to
at 8.
producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both
Hope everybody's having a good Friday. Smash a thumbs up button. Come say hello. How you doing?
Firing
Happy
quickly
Friday.
here, and that's complete. A good pickup there.
I won my first 2 games,
First down completion.
and I won my first season game, so I'm 3-0 right now. Looks like it's changing because the game knows I won 3 in a row.
They like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well.
Good old AI,
Getting
man.
better
Good
at it
old
all the time.
AI.
Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
But I'm going to try my best here. Try my best. I need my defense to make a big play.
Behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident we can
The
say
defense
what the
needs to
difference a
step
week
the
makes.
hell up.
Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
On 1st down, Blanchard. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, boys, got four down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Happy Friday, TGIF. What's up?
It's the Giants with possession of the
Playing
football, but needing points
here
as we start quarter number 4.
Last game,
on third
played
down.
2 games.
They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Holt got his man complete over the middle. It's Patrick. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
This is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
4 down. Here we go.
Off play action. Holt. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Barkley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And
First
now
down.
your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll come out in the pistol. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, and he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
I'm not going to be a hero.
That quick game part of the playbook.
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That's fielded in the end zone.
I need the defense to step the hell up.
This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys. So out now come the Redskins. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Off the play fake. Blanchard. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away and trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little.
You got to be kidding me.
And you count
That's so my luck. That's so my luck. Oh my God.
The Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. Holt over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
And so I gotta call timeout.
As he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And before they can run
So
this third down
frustrating.
play, we're going to get a timeout. As they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Giants on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Holt. And incomplete.
Well, I got to go for it now. I don't have a choice. I got to go for it on 4th. Here's all or nothing, people. All or nothing.
Defense so far. They've given nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
There it is. It's over. Oh, I tried. I tried, guys. Well, thanks everybody for joining me. I appreciate it.
They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can.
We got 2 wins and 1 loss this time around, so I'll take it. Hope everybody has a great rest of your night, and take care.
Force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit.
This is the real Sean telling everybody 3 things truly matter in the end. How you live, how you love, and how you learn to let go. Bye, everybody. Take care. Have a good night.
We're going to call timeout.
Have a good night, everybody.
We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
All right, here we go.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee.
Have a great night, everybody. See you later. See you next time. See you tomorrow. I'll probably game something. Or
In the other direction as
I might actually watch an NXT live watch along off the network. I haven't watched this week's NXT, so I haven't watched this week's NXT, so I might do a watch along tomorrow. I think it's on at 4 on the network, 4 p.m. Eastern.
4 weeks in.
I might just do that.
I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but
my
great
neck.
start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a.
See everybody. Take care.
You're right, at 4-0,
Thanks.
they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical?
I am going to go make some tea, and I'm going to watch freaking SmackDown on Friday. How about that?
Okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why
Been a
I'm
while.
glad you took my advice.
I appreciate everybody. I really do. Thanks. Just going to progress my game so it's ready for the next time. You go check out if there's anybody on free agency that got released from a team. Might be a good player out there. I'll have to see. Let's go see. Free agent. No, it's the same. Okay. So that's it. Save. Off we go. Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend. And like I said, I'll probably back tomorrow, either gaming stream or NXT, since I never watched this week. It's going to be on the network, 4 p.m. Eastern. So that's probably what I'm going to do, since I want to watch it. And we'll be back Sunday. Molly Madison's going to be doing Red Dead Redemption 2 in the afternoon. And then 7 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Come back for the watch-along reactions. Maybe a guest panel. We'll have to see. For WWE pay-per-view Hell in a Cell. So stay tuned for that. Bye, everybody.